Hi, my name is Alexander Dyson with Strategic Coin. Recently, an investor attempted to make a large contribution to AirSwap ICO at the very end of an uncapped portion of the startup's token sale. Concerned that the transaction would not have time to process before the end of the sale, the investor authorized his or her wallet to pay an astronomical transaction fee, worth nearly $75,000 at current exchange rates, to incentivize miners to process this transaction first. They accomplished this by raising the gas price, which is calculated in Gowdie, a minute unit of Ethereum. The gas price represents the number of Gowdie the sender agrees to pay for each unit of gas used to process the transaction or contract. As a general rule, a gas limit of 21,000 is sufficient to cover ordinary transactions, while smart contracts require more gas since they require more computing power to execute. At the time of writing, a gas price of 1 Gowdie was sufficient to process a transaction in about 90 seconds. However, this particular investor set the gas price at 400,000. Since the gas limit for this contract was 592,379, the investor ended up paying nearly 237 Ether for this single transaction. Unfortunately, the gamble did not pay off. The transaction failed, and the Block Explorer Etherscan reports that it received a bad instruction error. This error can cause transactions to fail for several reasons, but the most likely scenario is that there were not enough tokens left to fill the investor's $535,000 order. When Ethereum transactions fail, the sender does not lose the coins or tokens included in the transaction. However, the sender does forfeit the transaction fee. In ordinary cases, this is a minor inconvenience because users can send transactions for just a few cents. But when ICO investors offer to pay an astronomical fee to receive profit processing, it can prove quite costly. Consequently, this particular investor lost the entirety of their $75,000 transaction fee and still missed out on the chance to invest in this phase of AirSwap ICO. The best way to avoid a similar fate to the investor above is to pay a reasonable gas price and resist the temptation to gamble that an expensive transaction fee will secure your investment in a crowded ICO. Ether Gas Station provides a reliable estimate of what gas price you should pay in order to have your transaction processed within a certain amount of time. Remember, you can always purchase tokens on the secondary market, but you cannot recoup transaction fees lost to a failed transaction.